Hi everyone, welcome back to True Mommy. I hope you are all well by the grace of God. Thank God for another day. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much. My new subscribers, you are very welcome. My name is Mamli, a Ghanaian living in the UK. And today I'm bringing you another news, another um, story that will change our life or our opinion about what is going on in Africa. This video was recommended by few subscribers. I will call them so. I'll call them family that I should look into this matters, which is gold mafia. It's about 5 hours or more video, but I have to go into it to find out, and it's very fascinating. I cannot draw conclusion. I cannot point finger at anyone. But as I will be talking about these videos one by one, or I'll put everything into one, as you know, it depends on how it goes. This is just to introduction of the video. Um, I want us to share opinion about this video. I must admit this video is very sad. We are all fighting. We are all like doing our bit to make Africa great, to spread the news, to spread the good news. But then there's always skeletons in the processes that we can't tell. Some of us do want to tell the good news and not tell the bad news. As always, the West always find the bad part of Africa. Let's put it that way. I don't know how truthful this documentary is. I have to tell the truth. I don't know how truthful this documentary is. But if it is truthful, then Africa, we are into deep shit. Sorry to use that word. We are in big trouble. And when I was growing up, we heard about some of our leaders having mansions in the UK, having mansions in the Belgium, and we asked ourselves, why? Why can't they do it at home? See, me, that's my mentality. That was my mentality, and this is my mentality also as now. Why not bring it home so others will also benefit out of it? If you have business or whatever it is, why do we say we are poor, but yet our leaders have to take our resources to go and develop other countries? As we speak now, we have a lot of Africans in Dubai suffering, in China suffering, in UK, in US, in Canada. But yet our resources are being there to benefit others. That is what I don't understand. What kind of parents can we be if we take the food from our children and give it to others who already have, not do not have, but already have, that will benefit others' family and countries, and then leave our children poor? I don't get it. I don't understand it. It is sad, this video, this series that I'm going to embark on. And I don't know if I'll make it, depends on how it will go, but I will try my best and put it together so we can all learn one or two things from it. But if this is going on in Africa, sorry, excuse me, as we speak now, it needs to stop. It needs to stop because it's not helping anyone. It's rather hurting Africa and the generation to come forever. It shouldn't be that way, and it needs to stop. Some time ago when I was in Ghana, there was a campaign to stop what did they call Galamaze or whatever. I mean the illegal gold mining in Ghana. because they were destroying drinking water for the locals and destroying a lot of things. And those machines were seized. But if our leaders can be taking all these resources out, when you may watch a video before this one about the US military who can go walk through the borders and the airports without search. To me, I was imagining they are just going with our gold and diamonds and everything, because no one can search them. No one knows what is inside except the corrupt whoever they are. I don't want to name. This is bad. This need to stop. This need to stop because no, our youth need those monies so they can stay in the continent. This need to stop. Anyway, thank you so much. I will let you watch this video. The video is 1 hour each, part 1 and 4. So I will try and divide it so we can all learn from it. Starting from today. When you see your leaders, look into their eyes when they talk to you. When they say look left, look right. Because some of them, not all of them, some of them, I can understand when they put sanctions on you and you have nothing to do, you can do anything to keep the country going. That is, I can understand that one. But do it in a extent that at least you can maintain, if not 80% of what you are doing. But not that other people will have 80% and you have like 20% or 10%. Anyway, let's just listen to it.
It now faces is the gold mafia.
Al Jazeera's investigative unit infiltrates the rival gangs that control Africa's gold.
As long as you grease the wheels in Africa, there's no issue.
Smuggling. That's what it is, smuggling.
All the paper trail is legitimate. It's not like somebody can question it.
Former members of the gold mafia speak exclusively to the I unit.
The gold mafia is bigger than the government, bigger than any of the authorities.
What do you think is going to happen?
They kill you, don't they?
Exactly.
Undercover journalists pose as gangsters who want to launder more than 100 million US dollars.
It's black money. These funds are substantial.
The I unit obtains thousands of confidential documents that expose how organized crime groups use gold to launder money.
You sold it to a refinery and the money got paid in the bank account. So it's very clean that way.
Once it's refined, it's practically brand new gold.
A good washing machine, right?
The money to be invested,
Yes.
it's not in the books in Hong Kong or China.
It is black money. These funds are substantial.
Is it 100 million? Is it 50 million? Is it 10 million? Is it 20 million? Is it...
It's more than 100.
Okay.
Kamlesh Patni is one of Africa's most notorious gold dealers. He calls himself Brother Paul after founding his own church.
We try to move our money to find investment overseas.
Mr. Stanley leads the I unit's undercover team. They're posing as gangsters who need to launder dirty cash from China.
It's very important to get the right person.
Yeah.
As a starting point.
That's it, yeah.
I'm going to give it to you in a very crude way. As way of explanation, they're looking for a hawala system
Yes.
to get the money out.
Yeah, sure.
Johnny is posing as a black market trader, our hawala man, who moves money across borders without using banks.
And the hawala system is based on trust
Trust
and connections.
Yes.
But we need advice.
Base. Infrastructure.
Yes.
Yeah,
we need
sure.
advice from you.
Yeah, if you're
Because you have all the connections.
Structure already.
if you have the trust.
Patney claims to have the trust of Africa's leaders.
Glory be to God. Yeah. This is the president Mugabe.
Oh, my
This is me. I got the award as Lifetime Africa Achievement Award. This is Uganda.
That's you.
This is me.
Patney was made a peace ambassador by the Kenyan Council of Elders.
This is the president of Kenya, Kibaki. This is the king from Ivory Coast. This is the president of South Africa at that time, Zuma. That is, of course, the AU, Africa Union chairman at that time. You know him, the Libyan president, Gaddafi.
He crowned the Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi as the King of Kings of Africa. After Gaddafi was killed, the pastor anointed Zimbabwe's President Mugabe as the King of Kings. Mugabe was dethroned in a military coup in 2017. His successor is Emerson Mnangagwa.
Today, we are witnessing the beginning of a new and unfolding democracy for our country.
President Mnangagwa is using a UN climate change conference to attract foreign investment.
Zimbabwe is open for business.
His presidential envoy is also at the conference and agrees to meet undercover reporters.
Zimbabwe is like really open for business when we say these things. Okay.
He says he has the president's authority to make a deal with Mr. Stanley.
The name is plenipotentiary. Pleni simply means full, potential means power, so full power. That means I can sign contracts, I can sign treaties with the government without the president getting involved. And then they will be binding.
Hubert Angel is Zimbabwe's ambassador at large to Europe and the Americas. He's part of what we call the diplomatic mafia. He's also a self-proclaimed prophet. Angel leads the Good News Church, which has 15 branches around the world.
Woman with a tripped nerve.
He appears to heal the sick.
Yeah. It takes the power of God, but it takes somebody to believe for something to happen like this.
His prophecies include football scores from the English Premier League.
When it comes to football matches, I'm on TV, live TV, talking about it's going to be two, this one is going to score, this one is not going to score, and it's live around the world.
Before a match plays, we'll tell you if it's draw. Today is what? West Ham versus Leicester City, right? I'm just hearing.
Both teams scored 2-2, just as Prophet Angel prophesied. Powered by the Holy Spirit, Hubert Angel.
We have the men of God working with us.
President Mnangagwa appointed Angel to one of the country's highest diplomatic posts.
He is my first ambassador at large assigned to promote Zimbabwe brand. We had to subject this young man to training in diplomacy. It's difficult to train a prophet. We were surprised that he did well.
An ambassador at large, I'm ambassador to 85 countries. But on the special envoy, I'm a representative of the president.
You are representing the president.
Yeah. So if you then look on paper, on that position, I'm number 2. And there's no position like that in the country. It was just one position that was never filled in. And
It's created for you.
Yeah, it was created.
So one and only one.
Miss Sin is another undercover reporter. She's posing as Mr. Stanley's financial advisor.
We are the government.
Yeah. That's right.
So I can call the president now, not tomorrow, now, and put him on speaker. It's not an issue. The president's trying to create a legacy right now. Yeah. So it is the right time to strike now and go like we're in.
Angel claims to foretell the destiny of Africa's leaders.
4 days before the Ghana presidential elections, Prophet Hubert Angel gave the word of the Lord, declaring the outcome.
No, it's not the rejection of Muhammad. But he that is called Adonana shall remain in power.
And you want to know what will happen in the election in Zimbabwe? How many times have I spoken about it? All I'm saying is don't...
Mnangagwa's win in 2018 is known in advance.
Political parties.
There's no point supporting the opposition.
Don't waste your time wearing all these t-shirts and regalia and meeting people at these conferences and these meetings. Just concentrate on Jesus, eh? You waste your time.
Mnangagwa will also win Zimbabwe's next election. The deal to launder Mr. Stanley's money is safe.
Okay, let me just say, don't worry. You'll be president. Don't worry about it. This president will be president until he dies. That's what that's a lot.
I get your word.
Of course, born in Africa, I was born in Kenya. And I've been to nearly 80% of Africa.
Kamlesh Patni's rise to become a fixer for Africa's leaders begins in his homeland.
We had embargo on the country in 89, 90. It was dictatorship that time. It was single party. President Moi, Arap Moi.
Daniel Arap Moi refuses to hold free elections. In protest, Western donors block aid. Patni then has a chance encounter.
I was just 24 years old. I was buying a suit in Nairobi and I met the director of intelligence. Then I told him about gold. I said, look, there's so much gold flowing through Kenya, but it's nothing Kenya is better. I said, I can create 500 million, every year from this if you do a proper license of this gold. So he took me to president.
Wow.
So at 24, I became advisor to the president, President Moi. So then he gave, exclusivity.
Patni's company, Goldenberg International, is granted an exclusive license to export Kenyan gold. Instead, gold from what is now the Democratic Republic of Congo is smuggled into Kenya. He sells it abroad and receives a 35% commission from the government. In total, Patni pockets $600 million. It's shared with Arap Moi and the government officials who gave him the license.
Kamlesh Patni is a criminal mastermind, is the only word to describe him. He managed to implement a illicit gold money laundering scheme, which nearly took away over 10% of the Kenyan GDP in value.
I've written books on that. I'll give you the book. Yeah, I've written on how democracy should work. But of course, in '92, there was a lot of fights, riots in the street, and they wanted multi-party.
Patni has advice for Arap Moi. His money will buy support for the president and weaken the opposition.
Just make it multi-party. Because the money is with you, you'll still win. But just for the show. I helped the president to survive.
Arap Moi retires after 24 years as president.
opposition came in, then they discovered me. They said, who is this young person who kept the president in power and win the election? Then they fought me.
Patney appears in court, charged with fraud. At one point, he seems to be ill. Years later, the trial collapses, and he's never convicted.
You're a thief! This guy's a thief! You stole billions of taxpayers' funds. Shame on you! You didn't know you stole billions and you got away. Huh? You're trying to pass the upper. You're a thief!